Hello, SMITE fans and SMITE viewers, and welcome to this very special broadcast of the first week of the Oceanic Console Pro League. I'm super excited to be bringing the the Console League to you viewers at home. But of course, my name is Paragon. This casting alongside me today is Timmy. Now, Timmy, Paragon versus Citadel.
Yeah, so we did see Citadel versus, who was it? Example
in the grand final, yeah.
Yeah, in the last split or last season in the grand final. That was a very exciting best of 5 game, which went to 5 games in total. But now we're going to be diving in a little bit more deeper into the entire console league, running parallel with the Oceanic Pro League on PC.
Of course, so we'll go ahead and jump into the picks and bans for you guys in a second. Paragon versus Citadel. It's going to be a pretty exciting game.
Yeah, now we got picks coming up here in just a moment. Paragon with the first pick and ban in their favor. So let's go ahead and see what they ban out. It's going to be the Athena first ban.
Yeah, Athena is just one of the strongest supports in the meta right now. Banned almost every single game. Global presence with the Defender of Olympus, has the Taunt as well, can disrupt any team fight, just does so well. Odin banned as well on Citadel Gaming. The Ring of Spears is such a low cooldown.
So a quick note, console is a patch behind PC, so we are currently playing on 3.8 to avoid a bit of confusion. Kepri getting banned out from Paragon. A lot of very technical coming in.
Yeah, and Paragon really focusing the support of Citadel game. Of course, Athena can be played inside, but that is going to be banned as well. A Wheelix getting banned out on the side of Citadel. Does that tell you that they're kind of drafting a lineup based around leaps or escapes, really?
It's a little bit odd, because normally if you see either an Awilish or an Odin, then you go for one or the other, but banning out both of them, they usually go either as a counter or as a combo. Alcorn getting picked up first pick here on the side of Paragon. That's most likely going into the jungle with a Guan Yu and Scylla counter pick.
Yeah, Alcorn is one of the strongest gods right now in the Xbox scene. Zeka played it so well. Unfortunately, Zeka won't be on the lineup for Citadel Gaming, but such a strong pick in the console league. Guan Yu and Scylla, as you mentioned, just two solid picks. Scylla, we did see in the grand final, got a pentakill. Hopefully we can see something like that in the first game.
Yeah, I just remember back to those Xbox games. The precision of those ultimates are just so precise. I've never seen so many Vulcan ultimates land perfectly. Raijin and Kumbhakana are getting picked up. That's going to be your mid lane and your support.
And one of the strongest mid laners as well, Raijin, just so strong, does so much damage as well with that mark and just explodes pretty much everyone. Thor locked in for Citadel Gaming, a lot of global presence with that ult.
Yeah, the Anvil of Dawn allows for so much coverage, especially in that mid lane. They'll be able to shut down the Raijin quite easily if he plays out a little bit too aggressively. Tier game banned out once again. Citadel, they're really focusing down the solo lane.
Oh, no doubt. Paragon has one of the strongest solo lanes as well. So I've heard Hoi Yi is banned as well. So really starting to focus the duo lane of Citadel Gaming, making sure that they can just get further ahead and banning away these strong picks. Shivalonke banned as well for Citadel.
Is Medusa still considered, top tier in Xbox? I'm surprised we haven't really seen her very recently. I mean, so far in this picks and ban stage. Might see it as the last ban out, but instead it is going to be the Geb.
Yeah, that's 3 support bans on Paragon. Really, Citadel, unless it's going to be a Guan Yu. Oh no, it's going to be Sobek locked in there.
Yeah, I was
Sobek's a pretty solid support.
I was about to agree with you. If they designed this Guan Yu to be in the solo lane altogether, then Paragon will have wasted pretty much all of their bans. But with that Sobek, it makes me feel pretty comfortable that that will be going into the support.
And no doubt. So just on the side of Paragon, picking up Apollo and Bologna. Very strong ADC there, but Medusa still on the board for Citadel if they were looking to pick that one up. But Bologna, very strong in the solo lane.
I would really like to see a Medusa, simply because, Jin Wei is going to be picked up instead. The Rapid Reincarnation passive is going to allow it to really get to the lane very fast. I was about to say that, will that a few or banned out?
Yeah, well. So both teams here for the ADCs, but that is your two. We'll be going in just a second for you guys, but some pretty strong lineups as well. Panic is going to be playing Scylla. I'm super excited for him to be playing that Scylla. Hopefully,
yeah. Like you were saying, very strong lineups. I think Citadel, they weren't really all that affected by the bans. I mean, Sobek is still a fairly strong god. It can be very aggressive early on. And the rest of the lineup is pretty strong. I mean, you got Thor, Guan Yu, Scylla. That is a power combo.
Yeah, and they're all comfort picks as well. Bizical has gone for that Guan Yu. Very comfortable pick for him. Panic as well on that Scylla, one of his best picks. Even though they were trying to focus away Zutra in that support role, they've still drafted a very, very strong team here, but it really all depends on how well the Jingwei is going to go with them as well.
I like how we finally learned how to pronounce Bizical's name.
Yep.
I remember we used to call him Bicycle.
Well, I've heard a few things from Biz himself. I think that he's gone off of the song Let's Get Physical, but he's changed it into Bizical. Let's Get Bizical. So that's how we're going to pronounce it from now on. So I've heard.
Yeah. Either way, he was pretty cool about it. A lot of the Xbox people I've noticed, they're very, very mellow, very cool people to talk to, very appreciative of a lot of things. But when they get down and dirty into a team fight, let's just see how much of a fight they can really put up.
No doubt. I mean, we can go ahead and introduce the two teams here as well. On the left side of your spectator UI, we do have Paragon. Skis will be your Kumbhakana support. AQ will be following him up in that duo lane, playing the ADC Apollo. In the mid lane, we have Agni playing Raijin. Not Agni being played, it's the Raijin being played, guys. We have Furin playing that Alcong in the jungle, and Tezki will be in that solo lane playing that Bologna.
And on the right side of your spectator UI, top side of the minimap, we've got Citadel Gaming. Bizical is going to be the solo lane Guan Yu. Legend running around the jungle as Thor. Call Me Panic is the Scylla in the mid lane, and your dual lanes comprise of Sutra and Ula playing Sobek and Jinwei.
Jingwei, yeah. I'm just having a look at the builds here as well. Of course, Alcong has picked up that purple pot Boomber's mask start. I mean, he's going to be doing so much damage as well, so expect to see a lot of fights break out in the mid lane based around that.
Interesting enough, Legend didn't go for a power pod himself.
On the Thor, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do the speed camp on the side of Paragon, but they don't know that. I mean, they see that the Furin doesn't have the speed buff. They are going to be going aggressive, but without that power pod, he's just not doing enough.
Yeah, Thor without a power pod, even if he gets that double tap, isn't really going to be doing too much. So his clear will be a little bit weak, but he does have that pair up with the Scylla. Panic's going to be started off with that Soulstone purple pot. So what clear he is lacking at this point, Scylla will be matching him.
Yeah, but it does mean that he can build up his items a little bit faster. A lot of damage coming out from the crush. Yeah, he might have to be a little bit careful now that he's down low. Double tap comes out for the minion, so he has no worries with that.
And that's just the power of the purple pot Soulstone as well. Scylla, as soon as Panic hits level 5, expect big things to be coming from him. He's going to be outputting so much damage. Have a look over in our duo lane as well. Interesting picks here. Lane pressure's been equally traded throughout this game as well.
I love the amount of knockout sets Citadel Gaming have in this duo lane alone. I mean, normally if there's a Sobek, you want to pick Jin Yi as a counter against him, because as soon as you get plucked, you can dash away mid-air before you go too far. But now, you know, they have so much crowd control, and the amount of clear they have is ridiculous with those explosive bolts and the throwing dagger.
Surprising to see that you have said that they've actually drafted a very knock-up-based team in their duo lane, but they were the ones who banned away that Awilix at the start.
They did, but knockups, they're just so strong in the CC itself. Awilix is just kind of like the cherry on top. You can go ahead have your piece of cake without that little glazed cherry. It's just not quite as good.
And now both of our mid laners and junglers have hit level 5, so expect some big things coming out from Legend himself. He's going to have so much global presence with that Anvil of Dawn, so expect him really to be ganking any lane as he's picking up these right side mid camps and the fire camps with, I'm trying to think of the name here. Where's the Bologna? Tezki, the overlay man.
I like to call them techs. You know, we've
Techs.
kind of made our place of like, hey, you're an Xbox player? Cool, your name's this now.
And we are renaming you. Yes. Legend getting poked out a bit there, forced to hammer away. Hitting level 6, so he's going to be backing and finishing off that Warriors Tabai now. But still, no ultimates have come down yet. No fights at the mid camps either being equally traded. Not a lot of aggression coming from the two dominating teams in the OCL.
Well, you don't want to play too overly aggressive to try and get that first blood, because as soon as you do that, next thing you know, there's a Thor on top of you, or an Alquans pop down from nowhere, and then you're the one getting picked off. So, very passive, gonna be a very calculated first blood, I feel.
No doubt. It should be, I mean, either centered around the next mid-camp fight. I don't think they're going to be going for Gold Fury that early. But
No.
if they do try to contest, I mean, they have a lot of objectives secure. We've seen Guan Yu's so good for securing. He can stun everyone, just dive in on that cavalry charge. And also Panic has that I'm a monster.
Yes, we see there's a bit of a grouping in the mid lane. 3 people from Paragon splitting up the mid wave. That might be a little bit of a detriment in terms of just how fast they can grow with the golden XP. Gotta be trying to secure these mid camps on the left hand side.
But they need to be careful because the crush is available. Panic not even going for it. Legend might look for a stun over the wall. Doesn't manage to find the stun or the double tap, however. Bit of an unfortunate play there for him.
He's looking in a very aggressive position. No, he's backing off now. He looked like he wanted to just try to stay around for a little bit, see if he can get an Anvil of Dawn. He's still looking in this mid lane, just kind of hiding in the jungle.
Well, that's what you got to do as Thor, really. Just, it's all about position. If you can just catch out, if he can catch Paragon out of position by themselves without having the Kumbhakana there, then it's going to be pretty much an easy kill, especially if Panic's there and aware that Thor's going to be ulting.
Or he may be ulting onto this left-hand side. He's come up pretty close. Not going to come in with the Anvil of Dawn, it looks. Just going to be looking to make a bit of presence, a bit of aggression. Trying to make sure that Ulla can stay in that sort of confirmed spot of the lane aggressor.
Both of our ADCs now have finished off their golden bow, so those in-hand basics will be clearing the wave in a few basics as well. So they're just going to be farming away to their heart's content. Legend still looking aggressive here in the jungle, might be looking to go onto the Apollo here, but really sitting in the jungle here is missing out of a lot of farm.
He really is, and there's not anything around him that he can steal. He's going to be looking for these backhands, but he's been wasting a lot of time. Level 7 at the moment, as opposed to level 8 from the Alquan. He's falling behind a little bit, especially because he didn't start with that bread pot. It's hard for him to make that aggression, but he is going up in the air right now.
Should be looking to come down into the mid lane. Good Anvil of Dawn stun there. Pluck coming through onto Skis. Pulled into the 3 members of Citadel up into the air. Skis uses that epic uppercut. Falls under Panic defensively, but the lurking in the waters ultimate didn't come through in time to pick up Skis. Good trade there for both teams using a lot of ultimates.
It was a little bit of a failed gank by Legend, but he's got that Anvil of Dawn on cooldown now, so he's going to pretty much be forced to go off and farm now that he can't really gank very strongly. So, a unexpected win to his XP gain.
Well, sort of. I guess he's
not going to be looking to gank, so now he's going to actually farm.
Well, I mean, he's already 400 gold behind, so I mean, it's not that big of a detriment to him. But as I said, he's maybe looking to farm up a bit more after that failed gank.
You say he's 400 gold behind, but keep in mind he didn't start with power pods, which costs 450.
True.
So, in the end, as soon as that power pod comes off of Furin, he's going to be 50 gold up.
And Furin really not taking that purple pot to its full advantage. Didn't pick up a kill while it was proccing on him. Is it kind of worth, even if you didn't die, you didn't lose the pot, but you didn't find any kills with it either? Is that still worth?
It depends. If you get first blood, it's 100% worth. But if you go very strong farm, very heavy farm sort of routes, you clear up the minions fast enough, it can make itself worth.
Almost 8 minutes into this game here. Thor's ult might be coming up here in just a second. Could be looking to gank over here into the solo lane, but is spotted out there by Texi. Good double tap coming through, but won't find too much damage as that's a tanky Bologna for you.
It is, and unfortunately Tex was on the other side of the wall, closer to the tower, so not really cut off. You see Furin in this side of the jungle as well, just trying to have a bit of support for his solo laner. Was going to look for the camps, but now it's just going to try and keep that aggression with Tax.
Yeah, Tech's considered to be one of the best players in the OCL, especially in that solo lane. He's just way too strong. So it would be a good idea if Legend could catch him out and maybe get a few kills, but already level 11 on that Bologna. Just having a look into his build, he should be finishing off Breastplate fairly soon, but just really bringing it to Biz and the rest of Citadel.
Taking a quick look at our graphs, we can actually see that Paragon is up in both XP and Gold by about 1,000. So they are having a little bit of a nice sort of lead early on. Nothing too major, too advantageous.
Yeah, there's no first blood on the board just yet, so really the grass is just due to efficient farming and, well, inefficient farming from Legend, I would say. Looking over into the mid lane, fairly big grouping here around this Gold Fury Zutra, just playing the ward game at this point, but could be looking to go down here. Is Legend just lurking around these mid camps once again?
Yeah, mid lane is party lane, it seems. 3 people usually in there from either team. There's a lot of traffic. Look at Ula though, he's just kind of sitting here underneath the Gold Fury, just waiting for AQ to try and scout him out, playing mind games.
Good in-hand basics coming out. Ula doing a really good job hitting those basics. Skis might actually come to save the day for his ADC. Manages to pop the beads and Ula is out of there.
Yes, and we see Legend just still running around trying to find something to do while he's just kind of waiting for people to overextend, group up, try and go for a fight so he can dunk him down and ruin the party. But it's just, everyone's just so sort of careful around each other at this point in the time.
No doubt. Moving into the 10-minute mark of the game, Gold Fury still up. Everyone pretty much hitting level 12. Good amount of damage there coming through from Legend. Does get mezzed out by skis, but in the backline we do hear the cavalry charge coming down onto the backline, under the tower. Thor comes crashing down onto the tower, but he gets stunned out there by the Raijin, but the Iron Monster does miss as well. Tezuki gets the kill onto Legend, rotating in and across the skies comes AQ, looking down the takeover, jumps, comes down onto 2 members into the crush combo. AQ picks up the kill onto Zutra, and Furin gets an easy execute there onto Bizkal. Ula might be in a bit of trouble, forced to use that Sanctuary, but look at the damage and the strength coming through from Tezuki.
In but a blink of the eye, Paragon take up 3 kills, push out the remaining 2, and now they're looking to push down this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Very strong, very burst sort of aggression coming out, and they're really taking advantage of that positioning. Now trying to find a little bit something in the jungle, not really going to be enough. Gold Fury, maybe not the smartest idea to do at this point in time.
No doubt. Just clean up a few of these objectives. Skis taken down, still down to about a quarter health. He should look to get away here in a second. Oh, AQ might be in a bit of trouble here himself. He's caught a bit of trouble in the jungle here, taking extremely low. One more basic should be able to pick him up. Will they find it? No, he manages to escape. Oh no, he's still juking. Ula gets stunned out there by Agni, but it's going to be an easy basic attack there from Ul, also known as Adolescent.
And now the Gold Fury again started up by Citadel Gaming. They're going to be able to burst it down instantly. Lurking in the waters was popped to try and secure it, but it went down that fast. It wasn't even needed.
And Biz still looking here in the jungle, looking to go onto Agni. He does get stunned out there. The double tap coming through, but Legend with a bit of a late time teleport there from the hammer, unable to follow it up with the Berserker Barrage.
Nice recognition from Tex. He knows that everyone was at the Gold Fury, or rather everyone was missing on the map. So he pushed down that right-hand side tower, giving the rest of his team a little bit of extra gold, just to keep them a little bit even. Take a look at the graphs, you can see that it did help them ever so slightly. I don't think it did it quite as much as what the Gold Fury gave.
No, at this point, really, it's a 2-kill lead, as you've said. Paragon's still in the lead at this point. Having a look at builds as well. Our Kong's finished off that Polynomicon now. Could be looking to go into some penetration items after that, like the Obsidian Shard. But nothing too out of the ordinary here for our 2 teams.
No, nothing too out of the ordinary. We do see an RC coming out from Ula. A little bit of an item that we don't really see all that much.
I mean, generally you would pick it up fairly on in this item slot as well. Just a bit of lifesteal. So Ula actually getting mezzed out there by Skis. Might be in a bit of trouble. The epic uppercut comes down. AQ doing a bit of damage, but he's also fairly low himself. Uses that ultimate perfectly to escape the fight, but Now, Zutra's forced the back way. Have a look in the back line, though. Furin gets that execute. No, he doesn't. The beads comes through. In the back line, though, Thor's going up in the air. Could be crashing down. Lurking in the waters comes as well. Ola falls down to Furin, and he gets stunned out there by Legend. Double Mez comes through as well, and AQ teleporting in across the skies. Eagles rally over the wall. Not going to find anyone, and neither will that bludgeon there, Timmy.
No, and the Crush does pick up AQ as well. Now, Silla's forced out back through the back line. Still fairly high health. Cavalry Charge come out, spin to win, takes down Skis. He's in his passive form. He does get picked up by Physical.
Easy pick up there for the boys of Citadel, making it 5-4. Agni coming in with a stun, picks up Legend there. Easy pick up for him, catching Legend off guard, but they're still looking to fight this one. Biscuit doing a bit of damage with that Taiyo Assault onto the Bologna. Now they're still trying to chase here.
I feel like we're a little bit out of sync together. I think I'm seeing things a bit faster than you, but we saw that Tex just barely get out of the harm's way. Crush taking him down fairly low.
No doubt. Still, Gold Fury is going to be respawning in another 2 minutes. That will probably be the next objective. Mid-camp's getting equally traded there. Oh no, it's going to be all Citadel getting even more farm. Having a look into the graphs after that fight, still in favor of Paragon.
Yeah, Paragon, they kind of built themselves a little bit of a nest egg early on with that sudden 3-kill in one tower during the team fights. So they're in a fairly decent spot to try and keep hold of this game. It is in their favor just ever so slightly. Most people are about one level ahead or even in the lanes.
One of the big differences as well, solo laners, 900 gold, just in a difference between Bologna and Physical there as well. Just 900 gold. Cavalry Charge forced to be popped. It's a good spot there by Physical to make sure he gets away from the 4 members of Paragon who are looking very hungry to take him out.
Yes, and I see Paragon are also fairly hungry on the left-hand side. AQ has been forced out of the lane by both members of the dual lane. Armor Monsters coming out, Anvil of Dawn misses completely. Call Me Panic just barely gets away with the Sanctuary, and Legend getting forced out of the tower, getting kicked out, and Furin picks up the kill.
Furin easily able to pick that one up across the sky as Apollo trying to catch out Ula here, lurking in the waters, comes down onto AQ as well. Might be in a bit of trouble here if he can't immunity. Manages to dash away, and Agni's near into the fight. Zutra might actually fall down here in a second. Manages to pluck AQ instead of escaping there. One more basic should be able to clean up Zutra here. Should be an easy kill for Agni.
Paragon in a fairly decent spot here. They've pushed out Citadel Gaming pretty hard, and now they're still aggressing onto this left-hand side. Skis going underneath the tower, mesmerizing Ula. No follow-up from that. Explosive bolts still active, but now completely expended.
And look at Tex, just easily tanking that tower. Big grouping here by Paragon, but they do spot they can't really take this tower unless they want to contest even more. The rest of Citadel are coming back into the fight, so good call for Paragon to just back off and take that little lead.
But Go Fury is spawning right now, and Citadel Gaming, they're in a prime spot to just take it up. They deleted it last time they went for it, so there's no doubt that they can do it again, and they're going to attempt it.
There is no ward coverage at all, and the entire team here is coming, but they need to have a look at Agni, who is coming in. Does have the Takeo drums, so they need to be very aware of that. The Crush comes down. Should be able to pick up the Takeo drums, come down as well. Red team did manage to pick that one up. That's going to be towards Citadel. Agni manages to find a kill under Bisco, and he's looking very aggressive as he almost takes out Ula and Zutra.
Max now leading the charge. Eagles rally, doesn't manage to hit anyone. Does pick up Sutra with the bludgeon, and now we can see Ula getting chased down by Furin. The Thunder Crash comes down, and the King of the Eastern Seas takes him up into the air.
Nom nom, dragon food for you. Left side tower now being aggressed by the boys of Paragon. Should easily be able to take this one out here with the help of AQ and Tex pushing that one down.
Legend is in the left-hand side, just underneath the tier 2 tower, just trying to think of what he can do. He's trying to abandon his post, really. There's no one to really defend.
Panic is here. He does have the Crush to do a bit of damage onto the minions, but crashing down.
He's back!
Legend, however, onto Skis. He comes right back into the fight. Armor Monster comes down onto AQ. Doesn't find the kill, and AQ manages to escape there on just a quarter HP. Massive play from Legend with a good defense.
A very deceptive play from Legend, just retreating away to come back in when they least suspect it. Agni was in the mid lane as well with Fury, and they get pushed out by Sutra, so the tier 2 tower in the mid lane is not going to fall to the way of Paragon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Have a look here at Furin. He's third item Soul Reaver. What?
Hello.
Okay, third item Soul Reaver. It's something I haven't seen quite often. He's actually getting very, very low there from that cavalry charge. Is getting popped out. Might actually die here. The stun is applied, and Furin, what you doing, bro?
It didn't look like he had the water illusion to disappear. As for the Soul Reaver and the Polynomicon, he's looking to try and bring people down to that 30% threshold as quickly as possible. He just wants to get in, execute a high value target, and then, either re-engage or get out completely, winning the team fights in the 4v5 scenario.
Boxing match coming out from the two ADCs here. Just an equal trade here. Ula just landing a few more basics onto him. Basically, the builds are almost the same here. They've both gone for that Asa at the start, except for Ula or Adolescent going into that Ichabod. Instead, it's going to be, trying to think of the word here, AQ picking up that chin size.
Yeah, chin size, I can see it working somewhat. Guan Yu, you tend to build a little bit more defense, so the extra health damage is going to help a little bit. Sobek, naturally, he's a Guardian, he's going to get health. But look at the build so far. There's no health items on the side of Citadel Gaming. They're all just raw defense.
Straight up defense, yeah. I mean, the Sovereignty's picked up on Paragon's team as well as that Height of the Urchin. But again, no health on Citadel at all. That could be a bit of a, I don't even know what you would call it. Misbuild? It's working for them so far, I guess. But really, those extra health items, those tanky items, could really be helping them out here.
Yeah, well, chin size, I feel like it works regardless, just because the amount of damage it does to your health. Because you gotta remember, warriors and guardians, they get health naturally fairly high, so chin size is gonna be doing a lot of work. But in terms of the extravol from Ula, it's gonna allow him to box out AQ fairly easily.
And he's been doing it fairly well. Ski's just lurking around the corner here, trying to catch up Ula. Forced to use that ult at the start of the fight, just to back away, and Skis is going to be diving this tier 2. Recognizes that the ult is down, might have backup coming his way. Tez looking fairly aggressive here in the jungle with the help of Agni. Really split is Paragon here, pushing both the mid and the left side lane.
They are quite split at the moment, and with a Thor who can just go to one lane to the other, it's not going to work very well for Paragon unless they take a large advantage. Tax is going to be taking that advantage, however, going in the back line. Thor is up in the air, come crashing down.
Under that tier 2 tower, Biz in the back line does get mezzed out. The cavalry charge comes right back down under the tier 2 tower for the defense. AQ forced to get out of there. On the monster comes under Skis as well, and the Taiko drums come right back down as well. Tez taking extremely long. The execute doesn't find panic just yet. Not under that threshold. Tez forced to back out. Look at the damage Ula's outputting. Biz manages to find Skis in the back line under that tower as well. And it's a full-on retreat here for Paragon. Really good defense there from Biz and Legend.
It was a good attempt from Tax to engage from behind, trying to get that surprise. But with the amount of mobility that Legend has, he can just cover any location, especially in those sort of 2 area towers. It was just a failed attack.
And now that failed attack is about to turn on them as they're going to be pushing that tier 1 tower, potentially looking for the tier 2 as well. Our Citadel, Tez is here to defend it. But again, they're just going to be recalling this one. They're going for the Gold Fury. This could be their third of the game.
It really could be. I mean, they've been shredding the Gold Furies completely with, I'd say, record speed so far. But now, Paragon, they're very close to the area. It's not going to allow them to really go for it.
The Paragon boys are here. They're going to be looking to take that one out for themselves, but they also do need to be aware. Panic is in the area. He does have the crush. Biz is going to be teleporting into the fight here, just about that tier 2. Lurking in the waters, coming down to remove a bit of CC and maybe do some kind of damage. Doesn't manage to find anyone. Legends going up in the air, however, could be looking to crash down onto one of the squishier members. Doesn't come down just yet. Gets epic uppercutted right away. Eagles rally over the wall. Not going to find anyone either. Furin in the backline doing so much damage onto Ula. Gets executed. And Furin picks up the first kill of that team fight.
Wow!
Crashing down is the I'm a Monster. Agni picks up the kill onto Biz, and the Taiko drums come down once again. Panic might be in a bit of trouble. Double kill for Agni. Good stun over the wall to try and get Panic away from the fight. That manages to use that Sentinel.
Triple kill!
Coming through for Agni. Can he find the Quadra? No, it looks like everyone is out of the fight except for Panic. And they're going to pick up an easy Gold Fury. What a play there from Agni and the boys at Paragon.
Both of the mid laners showing extreme position. That was a 3-4 man I'm a monster. Agni gained the triple kill and allowing his team to pick up the Gold Fury as well as the tier 2 tower on the left hand side. Actually, no, they're going to go ahead and leave it because they've run out of minions.
And they can't really tank it. Tez is extremely low himself, and you can't really expect an Kong to be tanking that one.
Hold on.
Especially if Facila's come in their way.
I see a girdle coming out from Sutra.
No.
He's got a girdle.
No, I don't believe it.
Actually, no, it's a frenzy now, isn't it?
Yeah, frenzy. 0-1-5 playing a Sobek, no health items. He has the Magi's 4th item. A girdle. What thoughts?
I don't know how to process that. I'm more I think the bigger concern is the fact that he's 0-5 with no health items. I think there's a little bit of a correlation. The Magi's Blessing is a good pickup. Very smart one, considering that Skis is on that Kumbhakana, a CC monster. But he's just not tanky enough.
No, I mean, you've seen him. He walks into the fights, uses it lurking in the waters fairly effectively, but just gets cleaned up while he's in that form, or as soon as he tries to dash away. Big grouping here once again for both teams here. We're going to be seeing Biz just pushing that tower in the right lane. Tez doing a bit of damage with that bludgeon. Panic unable to find the Sentinel just yet. That tier 2 tower still aggressive. Panic gets hit right in the face by the Eagles rally, and there goes the I'm a Monster. Could be looking to crash down in a second here, but really using that movement speed to the full advantage there from Panic. Tez, really good bait there, baiting out that massively damaging ult.
Yeah, so now we see Paragon there in a little bit of an awkward spot, moving towards the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Tax is going to be trying to put down a wall, not very effective, but the tower is going to get shredded down. AQ plucked in to a lot of damage, but the Sentry is going to keep him alive, and the Mighty Yawn puts down 2 people for a quick nap.
Sutra once again using that lurking in the waters ultimate. Not really sure why they already disengaged at that point, but coming back into the fight is Tez. As I've said, they're jump someone to 3 members into the mid lane. AQ manages to find a kill onto Zutra and forced to go up into the air is Legend. Still aggressing this fight is Paragon as they maybe look to take out their 2nd kill of the game. Biz in a bit of trouble here, forced to use that execute, gets picked up in the air to Dragon Feud. Biz gets taken out.
And now they're going to be pushing down onto this mid lane Phoenix. They do have a Scylla on their tail coming up on the right-hand side. I'm a Monster is not available just yet, and she's going to go ahead and get forced out, spooked by the Alquan.
Now Ski's just tanking up that Phoenix at this point. They do manage to pick it up, but Crush is still up and available. Agni doing so much damage, gets cleaned. Ula falls down to the mighty Raijin and gets another kill for the game. 7-0-10. This is why you ban Raijin.
It really is. The amount of burst damage he has is ridiculous, and he's going to be going into a Soul Reaver as well. I'm a Monster doesn't connect, just barely off.
Now Tez looking aggressive here to go onto Legend. He's been in this entire fight staying full health the entire time.
He really, he comes in, but, every time he does a spin to win, I keep seeing AQ come up with the Mesmerize, just stopping him. He's been stopping so much of Citadel gaming, just all those channeling abilities.
And if it's not the Mez from Apollo that cancels it out, it's going to be the Kumbhakana as well. I mean, it's just the CC on the side of Paragon is way too strong, and there's only, I do believe, 1 Magi's Blessing, and really very limited beads on the side of Citadel as well, only on the 3 carries.
At the start of this game, I should really ask the question, what would you prefer to go up against? A dual lane of knockups or a dual lane of mesmerizers? Which is less annoying.
Yeah, probably. Well, it depends if there's an Awilix.
It's a hard...
If there's no Awilix, then yeah, obviously the knockups. I hate Mez. I hate Kumbhakana with a passion. One of the most irritating gods for me. But it's working out for Paragon.
Certainly is. I mean, on the slash line, he's 0-2-14. Not too bad considering that he is a support, not really intended for kills. Whereas the Raijin, Agni, he's got 7-0-10 and a complete monster. Sutra, caught out of position, up in the air, falls in the air as well, following him, saying hi on the way down.
Good stun there coming through. Agni doing a bit of damage with the takeover jumps, and the ultimate comes through. Furin picks up the kill onto Panic. Zutra still in that, lurking in the waterfall, manages to pick up the kill onto AQ with that pluck, and Tez taken very, very low there with that Taiyo assault. In the backline though, Furin manages to find a kill onto Zutra. Looking for his third kill, gets a double kill. Might actually look for his third, still has that execute online. Could be looking to go onto Legend and Biz, but the heals from that conviction and the Guan Yu are too strong. Can they go for Fire Giant here?
They most certainly can. I mean, Citadel Gaming, they gotta be lurking in the area, just try and find something, but Furin alone is gonna be enough for the deterrent to try and keep him away.
The jungler is zoning at this point.
Hey, you wanna go say hi to an Al Quan who still has his execute, you go ahead.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Either that or you can have a massively tanky Bologna.
I mean, 9-2 and 5 is Furin on that outcome. 7-0 and 12 now. Doing so much for his team. If he isn't picking up the kills, he's setting them up perfectly for Furin there. He's just so strong. And also, look at the anti-healing coming through from Paragon as well. Countering that Guan Yu very, very efficiently with that Divine Ruin and the Pestilence as well on Tez.
All you need now is a Brawler Speed Stick, and I mean, AQ, he's got the hammer coming out. He may be able to do it.
Oh, Biz forced to use the Cavalry Charge to back out of the fight. Furin, way too strong at this point, can do 2 basic attacks. I mean, 2 abilities, and really, that's a tanky Guan Yu. Is it even a tanky Guan Yu? Only just picking up a health item with that Bulwark. It's just doing way too much damage, is Furin.
At this point in time, just the Bulwark is not going to be enough, because
it's too late.
Agni, he's got the Obsidian Shard, fight breaking out here. We see Zeke's trying to bait something out. Lurking in the waters is going to be baited. Not going to do any damage, because he's just going to have to run away.
Yeah, Zutra once again misplaying that lurking in the waters. Tez just playing so aggressive, forcing away 4 members here. Have a look in the left lane though. AQ is going to be pushing, but Zutra once again gets caught out. The rest of his team just disengaging.
Oh, the across the skies.
Respawned. How much health did he get away from? About half health, but he had 4 hungry members. The Cavalry Charge gets popped down in defense. A good stun coming through from the team there. The middle lane Phoenix does fall down. Legend gets hit by the Mezzin. Uppercut as well coming down. Takeover jumps come down to pick him up as well. Biz gets hit by the taunt and the fear. Ula might be in a bit of trouble himself. We're forced to ult way into the fountain. Meanwhile, AQ still pushing. Came back into the fight with that across the skies.
So he used the across the skies to get away, and just as he left the ground, Armor Monster was hidden underneath his feet. He avoided all of the damage and then re-entered. He's pretty beaten up, but he's got the RC to try and give himself a little bit of lifesteal. Meanwhile, Agni is divine.
Ula actually might get caught out here. Look at the damage coming through. Ula gets absolutely cleaned up. That is an outquong for you. 9-2 and 8. 2 abilities and a bludgeon. Eagles Rally didn't even need to hit. You are dead.
Yeah, this is looking a bit grim for Citadel Gaming. 25 kills to 7. Taking a look at our graphs, we can see that XP right now, not in a huge amount of significance, considering that most people are level 20 or getting close to it. 17,500 with 12,000 gold.
Well, you might say that experience isn't really in the favor, but at 17k, and only 2 members on the side of Citadel are actually level 20.
Yeah, so Ula is 19. Ula's 19, he'll be getting up to 20 fairly soon. Fire Giant getting started up, but Zutra, he's a little bit early to the party.
Dude, he's getting caught out once again. Zutra, you have 5 members around you with your team only just coming in. Having a look at Thor going up into the air. Could be looking to come down. Eagles rallying in the backline. Beers gets executed there once again. For about the 5th time in this game. I'm a Monster doesn't connect with now. And Tez getting stunned out under the tower. Bludgeon coming through. Furin picking
Here come the drums.
Up the skies. In the backline, Tez gets very, very low there under the tower. Ula manages to find a kill onto Tez under that tower. Legend taking out once again extremely low. But AQ is here to clean him up. Ula gets another double kill. Doing a really good defense there. Zutra, 1 more basic should pick him up. AQ manages to find another double kill. That's double kill, double kill, double kill in this fight.
They didn't look behind them to see Ula on very low health. He just managed to get a kill off onto Furin before Furin killed him.
They can end.
They're going to be looking to try and end. I mean, Taco Drums is not... Taco Drums is not online. They got a lot of fire minions, and Raijin has got an immense burst.
Look at the damage. 33% coming down. Skis forced to be in that passive, but there's too much damage. 20% is the Titan at this point. 1 more ability should do it for Agni. Does get reset, however. Skis brought back up to a quarter HP. Orla does get taken out very, very low. That Agni manages to find the kill. 9% is the Titan, 2%. It is down. Chaos Titan falls. A Paragon 30-9. A nail-biting ending there as AQ and Agni taken very, very low. Biz unable to defend with that cavalry charge.
That game was pretty well in favor of Paragon from, I'd say, from the start. About 10 minutes in when they had that sudden 3-kill, 1-tower lead, and they just wrote it out completely. Citadel Gaming, they found themselves out of position quite a few times, overwhelmed. Sutra, he did quite a few of misplays, I would say, and Paragon really punishing a lot of that.
No doubt. Paragon really taking it to the last split winners. 14-0 were Citadel before they got to that grand final. Paragon really showing they're the top team to watch in the OCL. We'll be back in just a second, guys, with game number 2. Stay tuned.